Recently, we have all seen the internet go crazy over the autonomous AI agent that lives within your computer called ClawBot, which has now already been rebranded to OpenClaw. For those who do not know what OpenClaw is, it's an autonomous AI agent, a self-hosted agent runtime and message router that acts as a personal AI assistant running directly on your local machine. Like for example, this OpenClaw bot that is building a full stack app directly from tweets sent onto Twitter. You just simply tag the OpenClaw agent from Twitter and it builds out your app with the functioning database, authentication system, real-time sync, and so many other components. Keeps refining it, fixes errors with multiple subagents, and iterates until you get the best output. That's thanks to OpenClaw's specialized subagents. And here is my own demo where I showcased in my OpenClaw video, and this is where I deployed multiple sub-agents controlled by OpenClaw locally onto my desktop to clean up and organize my files, and it did it surprisingly quite fast. But all of this got me wondering, how can I actually use OpenClaw better? Is there a way to use stronger models like Opus 4.6, Kimi K 2.5 for free, or even Gemini 3 inside it completely for free? And the answer is yes. And that's where I realized the best workflow is to integrate OpenCode with OpenClaw, similar to how we connected OpenClaw with Antigravity. And it's actually pretty simple. OpenCode, for those who do not know, is the best open source AI coding agent that lives directly within your terminal. It's good because it can actually read, edit, and reason over your real code base. It can run tasks, you can use grep, and work across files using any model of your choice. So it feels like a real coding teammate, and not just a chat box. Plus, you get to use free models with OpenCode. But before we even get to this workflow, there was another issue that we all saw, and that is with OpenClaw being dangerous because it is deployed locally and it can control and execute tools off of your own machine. A bad prompt or a bad bug can modify, delete, or leak files fast without any safeguards. We all know that skills enhance the subagents of OpenClaw. And there's registries like ClawHub which showcase how you can install these skills quite easily. ClawHub provides additional skills made by third-party community members and are not always safe. In fact, there are 8,000 instances sitting exposed directly in the internet on default ports, and nearly 50% of it are community-built skills that contain malicious instructions that are designed to exfiltrate data. For example, I'm on Skill Hub right now, and if I am to browse a skill, a lot of these skills are vetted by the community, and the skill can actually look safe, but some of these skills can actually steal your crypto wallets. They can actually steal your credit card information and even SIN numbers. They're deployed to look safe, but behind the scenes, they're actually doing malicious work. And there's always a solution to this because there is a new infrastructure by Gen Digital, which is a Fortune 500 company pushing the frontier of AI safety, which is also today's video sponsor. This is something that is completely safe, and I am telling you because I have actually used it. They released this new thing called Agent Trust Hub, which is a skill scanner that will automatically detect and block any critical threats, which is a game changer because this brings trust when you're working with this workflow. I'll showcase how you can set this up, and it is something that you can easily get started with through an API, as well as discovering skills directly from their own registry. Now we can actually set up a really powerful workflow that not only uses Google's OAuth directly within OpenClaw, which lets you access state-of-the-art models completely for free, but you can also use OpenClaw's features to build way faster and easier, powered with OpenCode. Essentially, OpenClaw becomes the command center with this workflow where it makes automatic decisions and routes tasks through the OpenCode agent. And that is where the OpenCode agent uses specialized agents trained for specific jobs. In other words, OpenClaw handles the planning and orchestration, while OpenCode, which is another open source agent, which is also free, can handle execution with multiple subagents. And you can even wire this up with cron jobs or specialized commands to run tasks autonomously and at different times based off your own preference. And the results are definitely impressive because someone actually used this workflow where they combined OpenCode with OpenClaw to create this beautiful functional SaaS which is something that was built with this workflow, and even deployed a review agent to refine the output even further, which is pushing the quality even higher. There's a couple of prerequisites that we're going to need to have beforehand, and that is making sure you have Node 22 and above. Make sure you go ahead and copy this npm install command to install OpenClaw onto our computer. And what we're going to do now is go into our command prompt and then simply go ahead and paste in the npm install command to install OpenClaw. Now, in my case, I'm going to be using the Google Vertex Antigravity and Gemini Auth to actually have it power my open code as well as my OpenClaw sessions, which I can use completely for free if I have a Google account. And to enable this, you can use the following command. The OpenClaw plugins enable Google Anti-Gravity Auth. You can simply go ahead and copy this, and then you can enable it directly within your terminal. So you can go ahead and paste this. Then what you got to do is just simply log in with your Google Auth, and then you can use this command to help you do this. So you'll see that once you paste in that login command, it will prompt you to select the provider. In this case, I'm using Antigravity, so I selected that, and it will prompt you to sign in with a Google account. And just like that, you will now be able to use state-of-the-art models directly within OpenClaw and have the OpenClaw subagents powered by the Google provider, where you can use Gemini 3 as well as Opus 4.6 now. To use OpenClaw, you just need to use this onboarding install daemon, which will showcase how you can set it up quite easily. Now, I've already made a video as to how you can do this, which I'll leave in the description below, but it's super simple. It will guide you through what you got to do, selecting the provider, selecting the message router, and whatnot. Now, I also saw that Agent Trust Hub is also releasing a one-click secure OpenClaw deployment, and I definitely recommend that you register for this because it's even safer than what we're doing right now. So you should have it running after following through with the onboarding step, and you will be able to now essentially access OpenClaw and then have OpenClaw instruct OpenCode, the AI agent, to have it execute different sorts of tasks. Because OpenClaw is going to be the brain, OpenCode is going to handle and execute it. Now, what we're going to need to do next is simply go ahead over to this OpenCode website. And what we're going to need to do now is install OpenCode. And I'm going to be using npm to install it onto my computer. Once you have it running, now what we're going to need to do is have OpenClaw enabled to control OpenCode, meaning we're going to need to set up a skill that can essentially have OpenClaw control OpenCode. And you will be able to see that there are a lot of skills, but there isn't a skill to actually control OpenCode. But if you head over to ClawHub, which is the skills registry, there are a couple of skills that can help you run OpenCode with OpenClaw. And in this case, if you want to verify if this is a trustworthy skill, you can copy the URL to make sure that it isn't anything malicious. And then you can head over to Agent Trust, which I talked about earlier in the video. You can scroll down. You can either set this up so that it can check a skill via API as an agent, but since we are a human, we can actually go ahead and paste in this link and we can submit it to the Agent Trust Hub, which will actually check if this is a safe skill. And in this case, you can see that it is a low risk skill, and it talks about what sort of things that the skill will actually do to your computer. And then you can also even provide your email to get a full report. And guys, there are a couple of helpful skills already there. You can discover these safe skills that will actually enhance OpenClaw directly from Agent Trust Hub. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, the Agent Trust Scanner did just save me because I was just looking for a skill that can help me control OpenCode. And I found this, and I actually just pasted this in to the Agent Skills Scanner. And you can see that it had actually found a skill that instructs an agent to download and execute an installation script from an external website, which would have been a disaster. It would have installed some malware onto my computer, and I essentially would have been screwed. But the one that we're going to be using is called OpenCode Controller. And this is essentially going to have OpenClaw control OpenCode with slash commands using the skill to manage multiple sessions. So essentially, I can have OpenClaw running different cron jobs, routing different sorts of tasks to OpenCode to maybe even have it edit files, running a continuous debugging agent to make sure that it catches every sort of bug, and just building sophisticated applications for me. Just to double check, I had made sure that I used the skill scanner to verify that if this skill is malicious or not. And it looks like it is safe. So what we can now do is go back to the ClawHub skill. And what we can do is open up a new terminal. And it's super simple to add this. Do this at your own discretion, guys. Verify it continuously just to make sure you're not installing anything sus. So what we're going to do is just paste in the OpenClaw skills add command and then paste in the link for this ClawHub skill. And you can see that it is now initializing the skill. Now, if you go back into OpenClaw, if you are to install this correctly, like I showcased, you will see it within workspace skills. Under this tab, you'll see that OpenCode controller is now eligible and functional within OpenClaw. If you do not want to use this, by the way, you can just simply click on disable. But this is where the beauty comes in with OpenClaw. Now, there's a lot of videos that showcase how you can easily set this up, but you can schedule multiple agents to do certain tasks at different times. So if you have a production build and if you want to have a reviewer agent, making sure that it is on standby and making sure that if there is an error, you can have a task set up so that it can deploy open code to essentially solve a task while you're probably away while you're sleeping. And that's essentially how you can automate a lot of different tasks. Now, we're going to showcase this obviously as we go further, but this is just one idea of what you can do. So let me just showcase a simple example. This is where I'm going to have it request to use the open code controller skill that sets up a basic node.js or React project, installs the dependencies, and starts up a dev server automatically for a CRM dashboard. This is where we're going to have it create the custom scripts. We're going to have it convert the idea into code. And this is something that we're all doing based off of a textual prompt within OpenClaw. Also, just an FYI, I want to reiterate that you can also use the Google Auth directly within OpenCode as well as Kimi K 2.5 completely for free. Currently, it has started working on the plan as to how it's going to implement the CRM dashboard and how it's going to code it out with OpenCode. And it's actually asking for a couple of things. And then it is going to fire up and start coding out this app for us. And just like that, OpenClaw was able to deploy sub agents to OpenCode to help us develop this CRM dashboard, which looks absolutely remarkable, guys. Quality is perfect because it was able to use my presets to build out this full on CRM dashboard. And this is a functional dashboard that is actually working as well. And it has added the color palette that I was actually looking for my CRM dashboard. This is what you can definitely do with open code being controlled by OpenClaw, as it can use all of your presets intelligently to instantly generate what you're looking for. In my opinion, this opens up a lot of different avenues because you can actually automate repetitive coding tasks without touching files manually and just using the message router to deploy open code subagents to execute those tasks. You can run API checks, generate project scaffolds, even combine multiple skills into workflows seamlessly. Plus, you can use so many additional skills with OpenClaw and OpenCode to automate a lot of different things. This is just a basic structure that I had showcased that would essentially automate and help you in so many ways. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Or you can consider joining our private Discord where you can access multiple subscriptions to different AI tools for free on a monthly basis, plus daily AI news and exclusive content, plus a lot more. That's essentially the ideal workflow where you can have OpenClaw as the brain and then OpenCode as the intelligent open source AI coding agent that can execute your tasks for you. And using a resource like the Agent Trust Hub OpenClaw Skill Scanner, you can easily catch any malicious or harmful skill that would be detrimental to your computer. And this way you can use OpenClaw super secure and safely. Now, I'll leave all these links that I use in today's video in the description below. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some sort of value. This is the ideal workflow, in my opinion, that is open source and fully safe. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our second channel, join our newsletter, join our Discord, follow me on Twitter. And lastly, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you take a look at our previous videos, turn on the notification bell, like this video. And with that thought, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some sort of value. I'll leave all these links, as I said, in the description below. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys really shortly. Peace out, fellas.